Every now and then, life kicks you in the ass and reminds you that your time on this earth is very limited. You're not going to be here forever. We all know that. In the back of our minds, we all kind of know that. But every few months or so, something happens. Like one of my family members, who I've been very close with, just got diagnosed with leukemia. And that sort of kicks you in the ass because, first off, this family member is only 30 something years old, very young. And it's like, dude, you could fucking die tomorrow. Yet this reminder of how precious life is and how limited our time is, it doesn't push me to want to go out and live recklessly. It doesn't push me, it doesn't make me feel like I have to go take risks in order to feel alive. Or to think, oh, YOLO, you might die tomorrow, so I may as well go blow 10 grand on this fucking hotel in this shitty fucking island somewhere in Italy. I don't know. You know what I mean? It pushes me to be more disciplined, which is kind of weird, right? You would think that you want to go and YOLO, fuck it, and you only live once. But no, that's not fulfilling. You can't fulfill yourself. That's like you're trying to use the last, like if you got a prognosis, 3 months to live, and you want to use the last 3 months of your life to try to like fulfill yourself by doing a bunch of empty shit. And you're like, oh, I'm just gonna start eating a bunch of junk food and slip back into this. I can't exactly say what I do if I got that prognosis, but I think I'd do more meaningful shit, right? Like I'd go to see mountain ranges in Antarctica or some shit. I don't think you can do that, but I'd do it anyway. Fuck it. I want to go see all that Mother Nature has to offer, right? Because that's kind of the easiest way to fulfill myself. But other than that, I would stay disciplined. That's what's fulfilling. When I'm not, like when I get out of that, if I just said, nah, I'm not going to the gym anymore. Like, could you imagine the last week of your life? You've let yourself go and you look in the mirror and you're fat because you quit working out and you started eating just shit. Like I couldn't let myself die with that self-image. Like seeing myself, I would be so fucking depressed. And then like I'm gonna die next week now. And I'm in the worst fucking shape I've ever been in. And I'm at the worst that I've ever been in. I'm gonna die at a fucking low. Or instead, I'd probably keep doing almost the same thing I'm doing now. Because now I feel like I'm doing shit that's more purposeful. And I'm sort of living at my edge. I think the main thing you should take away from this is because your life is limited, you should live at your edge every day. And I'll get into what that means in a second. But first off, I got to introduce myself. That was a long intro. My name is Nonda. Basically, I help men on self-improvement. This current generation of men, we really need help. I'm not some all-knowing fucking guru, all right? But goddamn, if I need to be a voice for good, because I can't sit by and watch these fucking pussies take over the world. Because these pussies are not living at their edge, all right? And I'm going to fucking tell you about that right now. Yeah? Are you ready? Living at your edge might sound like some crazy shit, like you have to go snowboarding or something off of a 50,000 foot cliff with a parachute. That's not living at your edge. It might be for some adrenaline junkies, but that's not what it means for, people like us. Living at your edge is you find your current purpose layer and you align 100% of your life to that. That's it, basically. Now, purpose is always talked about. Like, what's your purpose? It's talked about in a very gay way. I don't like the way purpose is talked about, because then Hollywood will take it like, my purpose is to serve this woman for the rest of my life and be a good husband. Like, no, I don't think any man has that purpose. Sorry. Sorry, liberals, get wrecked and owned by my facts and logic. I can't believe that was so fucking cringe. What is your edge, right? Your edge. Your purpose. It depends. You have to find it. It's not just going to pop up, right? Actually, it will pop up, but you have to do very specific things to have it pop up, to find it. You can't be distracted. Dude, I cannot fucking stand people that play video games and defend it so much. Seriously, I'm so anti-video games. I'm anti-social media and shit too, all right? I think just the idea of people that say 1 hour of video games a day is okay. I've made many videos about video games, right? And every time there's somebody in the comments, and it's usually the most liked comment, which is really fucking pisses me off even more. And they're like, dude, this stop with this productivity bullshit, blah, blah, blah. Fucking 1 hour of video games is fine. Like, you're missing the point. Are you living at your edge if you find a way to sneak in 1 hour of video games a day? No, you're not. If you have 100% of your life aligned to your current purpose, say your current purpose is you're skinny, you need to build muscle. That's a good purpose, right? That's a purpose a lot of men should align their lives to. And you sneak in 1 hour of video games, you're not living at your edge, bro. You might be living close to it, but you're not there. You could be doing more. And the whole point of self-improvement is to progressively get closer and closer to living at your edge, right? So if you're somebody who plays fucking 10 hours of video games and you're distracted most of the day, right? That's fine. Maybe your edge is cutting that in half. Maybe your current purpose is finding your purpose. That it probably is your current purpose. For most people, if you don't know what your purpose is, your current purpose is to find it. That's it. Like, that's it. Nothing else. No distractions. No YouTube. No porn. No fucking sugar. No, like, dude. You're so castrated by the modern world. It pains me to see men like this. I see you fucking like defending video games. This device created to distract you, take your mind off the world, castrate you, make you into a little girl, and you're defending it. God. Unfucking believable. If you play 1 hour video games versus a guy, I'm ranting about video games, of course, versus I respect the guy that plays 5 hours a day of video games, but last week he played 10. And this week he played 5. And he's like, fuck video games, I can't stand this shit. Next week it's going to be 3. I respect that guy more than the guy that plays 30 minutes a day, but fucking, he's like, no, 30 minutes a day is okay. Because fuck you. You're complacent. You're not going to make it, bro. You're not going to be successful. You're going to be mediocre. You might be top 1% of the mediocre population. Congratulations. Enjoy your fucking life, queer. Anyway. Just align your life. Yeah, I know, the fucking homophobic slurs. Align your life to your purpose, though, man. Like, what else is there to do in life? What else? What other fucking option do you have, man? When you know that your time is limited, keep peeling back purpose layers, right? If you're skinny, like me right now, my current purpose layer, I want to quit my job and I want to replace it with $2,000 a month online in business. And I want to achieve that by the end of the year. That's the only goal I have. And I'm aligning as much as that right now as I possibly can. And you bet your ass, the deeper I get into this, the more I'm going to start sacrificing shit. I've got to tie up loose ends. But before that, after I tie up loose ends and I fucking figure out all this shit, I simplify my life, which I should be in the better half of this year. I got this shit planned out, bro. Right now, I'm pretty damn close to living at my edge. And I keep setting higher standards for myself. My standards are always up here. And I'm always like right here. My standards are always growing and I'm growing with them. I'm 100% aligned to this shit, man. If you are not, you're going to fall behind. And if you're a pussy who thinks that competition is gay or whatever, then you know what, man? Cool. Stay out of the competition. It's easier for me. Thanks. But if you are in it, if you're a man with, normal to high levels of testosterone and you are fucking competitive and you're hearing what I'm saying right now, you're hearing what I'm saying. My fucking country accent came out. You're going to fucking feel it, man. The shit I'm telling you. And you're going to get angry. Because by the end of this year, when I do achieve my goal, and you're here fucking making less than I am, I've already made progress in business, you should see me and you should feel fucking angry. You should feel like you should get competitive, man. If you achieve most things in your life because of competition, because of competitive desire, then great, dude. Like, that's not a problem. People are like, oh, but that's a dumb reason. No, it's not. It's a great reason. It's the reason that has driven humanity for the past fucking thousands of years. This was a very rant type video. I was all over the place, but goddamn, dude, you might die next week. Just live at your edge. Don't plan on dying next week, but if you do die next week, and you're laying there in the street after you got ran over by the new Cybertruck, you're laying there with 57 broken bones, just think, yeah, I lived at my edge. That's the dream. To be content with the way you were, I think.